Every year, thousands of people leave the military.
You're used to all the security that you have around the military really, and obviously in civilian life the security's not always there.
And the move into a civilian life and job can seem incredibly daunting.
I was quite nervous actually prior to coming onto this course, not knowing anything about this, and I wasn't sure what my depths would be.
Many leavers have little or no experience of looking for a civilian job and just don't know where to start.
It becomes daunting when you think about adjusting to civilian life, having to pay bills, having to look after yourself a little bit more.
If you're about to leave the military, the Career Transition Partnership is here to help. I'm Patrick Hennessy. I spent 5 years serving in the Grenadier Guards, so I know just how daunting the move from military to civilian life can be. But the MOD is committed to helping those leaving a military career find rewarding and fulfilling civilian jobs.
If people have served their Queen and country in uniform, if they've been prepared to take risk to keep us free, we then have a duty, if those people then leave the services and transition to civilian life, to try and help those people obtain gainful employment. And that's why we have things like the Career Transition Partnership, precisely in order to facilitate that.
The Career Transition Partnership is an agreement between the Ministry of Defence and Right Management. It was established to deliver resettlement services to all military personnel from all ranks and provides a broad range of resettlement services.
Although making the move from military life to civilian life first appears daunting, service personnel have a great range of qualities and skills that are readily transferable and indeed in demand in civilian life today. But without support and guidance, service leavers can sometimes struggle to identify those qualities in themselves and understandably may not fully appreciate how to promote themselves to any potential employer. Happily though, our military personnel are quick learners and they've spent whole careers adapting into different roles and developing new capabilities. So now, during the time in resettlement, it's time to focus on you and what you want to do. Our role in the Career Transition Partnership is to provide that support through career consultancy, advice workshops and any training that might be required to make sure that what you take to the employment market is a very competitive offer.
The CTP provides the bridge between military and civilian life. Our role is to empower and to educate the service leavers on the transferable skills and how they would match to the needs of a civilian employer, and also how to promote themselves to a civilian employer. If there is a skills gap, we provide advice and retraining, and also a support network that helps the service leaver throughout the resettlement period.
The first point of contact, available to all personnel at every rank, is your local resettlement information staff, who are normally situated within the unit. The second line of the process is provided by the Service Resettlement Advisor, and the Career Transition Partnership provide the third tier of support to all eligible personnel and anyone leaving due to medical discharge. The full support programme includes individual career advice, workshops, vocational training courses, employment events and briefings such as finance and housing. Job finding support is provided by employment consultants, and access to the Right Job online job site and a range of events where you can meet potential employers. Support is also offered up to 2 years post-discharge. If you are unsure of your eligibility, either check with your Service Resettlement Advisor, visit the CTP website or refer to JSP 534. It's really important that you understand the process begins as soon as you know you're leaving. Don't leave it until the last minute to ask for support. Getting the most out of your transition requires planning, so you've got to leave yourself time to make use of all the resources available to you. The process begins with you completing the online registration via a JPA terminal. This is also where you will apply to attend resettlement activities or courses using your graduated resettlement time and for funding available to you. All of this needs to be signed off by your Service Resettlement Advisor. Once registered, there are many options open to you, and you can decide how to use them. However, the first thing most people do is book onto a career transition workshop. This is a 3-day-long workshop that will help you understand what you need to think about before you leave, as well as explaining the range of additional courses and support available to you. It also covers topics such as CVs, interview techniques, researching the job market, applying for jobs, and marketing yourself to potential employers.
Throughout the career assessment module, we're going to be identifying our key skills and our key strengths. These are things that we need to have inform our CV.
The courses take place at 10 regional resettlement centres around the UK and in Germany, so there's bound to be one near you.
It's a big change. I'm aviation background, but I feel like I've got a lot of transferable skills, and I've already been looking into sort of the job market.
I think it's been a bit of an eye-opener. There was things that I hadn't even thought of that needed to be dealt with before my service is terminated next year.
I'm hoping to do the Troops for Teachers opportunity, and I'm really excited and I can't wait to start.
When you register, you'll also be assigned an individual career consultant who'll be there to support you throughout your resettlement.
The role of the CTP Career Consultant is to provide advice and guidance, so they mentor the individual service leavers through their transition journey, and that could be through advice and guidance that they give them through CVs, covering letters, job applications. Depending on what path they're wishing to pursue, the consultant will assist them in a step-by-step approach.
It sounds like it must be a very close relationship.
They do build up quite a close relationship. They all have their own individual needs and requirements with regards to the transition that they go through, but it's unlimited, unrestricted access, so they're able to utilise that resource for them as much as they want to.
The Career Transition Workshop, along with your career consultant, will help you to shape your personal resettlement plan and decide which additional workshops and courses you want to do. There are a range of workshops available to provide a good background to things such as self-employment or management consultancy, plus refreshers on interview techniques and CVs. The longer vocational courses take place either at regional centres or here at the Resettlement Training Centre in Aldershot. The range of courses available to service leavers is as large as it is varied. Courses like dry lining and plastering, security supervisor,
let me take the bottle for you.
a variety of IT courses, electrical installation, accounting for small businesses. The variety of courses available through the CTP is incredibly extensive and is supplemented by an MOD-approved list of in the region of 500 preferred suppliers. Full details of all the courses can be found on the CTP website. Many of the vocational courses are led by external professionals with years of industry experience. They often lead to professional certification and qualifications.
I'm doing a financial management for small business package. We've got an absolutely incredible instructor who's worked in the city in accountancy for all of his career. Huge amount of knowledge there, and so he's brought in to deliver a series of lectures, giving us a really good idea of what we're going to have to do in a small business environment where we're going to be looking after ourselves.
I'm doing an IT networking course. Very good instructors and training. You've got all the help that you need there if you need anyone to talk to.
As well as training courses like these, you'll have access to RightJob. RightJob is an online jobs board specifically for service leavers, which will help match your skills and aspirations to a range of employment opportunities. Vacancies on RightJob have been sourced from the hundreds of employers who understand the benefits of employing service leavers.
We know from speaking to employers that in this ever-changing world of work, they're looking for trustworthy and reliable members of staff. Service leavers bring a range of skills from a number of trades and from backgrounds such as engineering, electrical, IT, avionics, medical, catering and logistics. The employers who we work with fully understand the soft skills that those leaving the military provide to their organisations, be that the team working that they bring, be it the leadership, the management skills that they bring, and also that ability to deliver on projects, and also the flexibility to adapt and to change quickly in an ever-changing environment, and that is what the current job market is like.
Once you've decided to go for a job, your CTP consultant is there to support you in the application process.
My name's Bruce Opperman. Up until 18 months ago, I was serving with the Royal Marines, and now I am an open reach field engineer.
In terms of scale, from a handful a little over 18 months ago, we've now recruited more than 1,500 ex-military.
I did a workshop where we received a lot of help with regards to CV writing and interview techniques. Through my resettlement officer, she recommended to me that I apply for a job with OpenReach. She said it pays very well, the hours are very good and the benefits are fantastic.
It was one of those occasions where we looked at the first CV, wow, put it into the yes pile, looked at the second one, wow, into the yes pile. And having spent about half an hour and we had a yes pile like this and absolutely nothing in our no pile, kind of looked around and said, do you know what? Do you think you can get us 100 people in these locations for us? To which they went, yeah, let's do it now.
It was a massive sense of relief knowing that I've left one job, I'm going straight into another one. There's no period where I'm unemployed, where I'm looking for a job, where I have to start thinking, you know, how am I going to pay bills, how am I going to pay rent?
Yes, it is a hugely efficient way to recruit very good people, but the real benefit is in getting very good people.
I want people who are flexible, have got the right can-do attitude, good team players, and will go that extra mile for the customer. And service leavers have those attributes in bucket loads.
The facility here at RAF Coningsby is the depth maintenance facility for the whole of the UK's Royal Air Force Typhoon fleet. The majority of the workforce, probably 90%, is ex-military.
I'm Daz Cregan, and I work for BAE Systems here. I was previously Royal Air Force, and I was in the Royal Air Force for 25 years. It's quite daunting at times because that security is not always there for you, but once you do make the move, it all becomes quite easy and flows quite well, really.
The big differences they're probably going to find is the commercial framework around what they're working.
The idea of costs when you first come into the business is totally alien to you because you just don't get exposure to that in the Air Force, really. Justifying how much hours I've spent on a scheduled maintenance aircraft is something that just comes the norm to you.
They've got an incredible work ethic, they're a very disciplined workforce, and most importantly in our sphere of world is they've got some key skills and experience in the fast jet maintenance operation.
I commissioned into the Royal Corps Signals back in 1994. Had a great career, finished as a major, squadron commander in Germany, and I enjoyed a final tour in Afghanistan in 2012. I then moved to the Bank of New York Mellon, where I'm currently now a project manager in asset servicing technology.
We've established a nationwide program. This is available to all ranks. We have a number of junior level positions as well as mid-level positions. And I think the one thing that distinguishes these colleagues is the teamwork, the ability to fit into teams, ability to pick up work and see end to end what the result is likely to be and help inspire and drive projects to a conclusion.
The assistance doesn't stop after you've found a job. The CTP provide help and support for up to 2 years after your discharge from the services.
Based on a sample of eligible service leavers who have accessed the MOD's Career Transition Partnership over the last 4 years, on average, 93% of those seeking employment have gained a role within the first 6 months of discharge. Against the backdrop of an incredibly difficult jobs market, this is a very positive outcome.
It gives me enormous personal satisfaction to see those service personnel who've been valued for their contribution and invested in throughout their military careers make a successful transition to civilian employment where those attributes and skills are equally valued.
The Career Transition Partnership is here for you.
The CTP was essential really for leaving the military, especially, you know, you could go into a job where you actually don't like the job you're doing, so having that background of information and then contacts to guide yourself where you need to go is essential, I think.
It provides training, support and advice on all aspects of your transition.
When you get on the courses, they're very civilianised, but it's all good and it's all part of the process, and actually it helps when you do go to interviews and stuff like that because you understand more from a civilian perspective as opposed to soldiers.
I really didn't know what I wanted to do or what area my life was going to take until I attended the Career Transition Partnership workshop. And they gave me some real focus and some really great ideas on what was out there and the opportunities that were available.
And the main things where it's going to benefit me is the CV writing and all the advice with regards to the interview techniques, looking a bit about market research to see what's out there in my sort of chosen field of employment.
Make the most out of the CTP so you can make the most out of your move into civilian life.
As each day and each lesson goes by, I'm understanding what my qualifications I've got from the Army. I can then transition into civilian street. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I was 24 hours ago.
The bridge that they provide between the armed forces and any other employer is fantastic. I don't think I could have achieved everything that I did in the time frame that I did without the assistance from the CTP.